William Wordsworth, I wandered lonely as a cloud. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er valleys and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in a sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and I gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, that flash upon that inward eye which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fills, and dances with the daffodils. This is a lyric poem focusing on the poet's response to the beauty of nature. A lyric poem presents the deep feelings and emotions of the poet, rather than telling a story or presenting an observation. This poem recaptures a moment Wordsworth and his sister experienced on April 15, 1802. They were walking near a lake at Grasmere, Cumbria County, England, and came across a shore lined with daffodils. This poem follows a quatrain couplet rhyme scheme of A, B, A, B, C, C. Each stanza ends with a rhyming couplet, which is also seen in Shakespeare's sonnets. Wordsworth unifies the content of the poem by focusing the first three stanzas on the experience at the lake and the last stanza on the memory of that experience. The speaker does not fully appreciate the experience until he leaves and reflects on it. This poem revisits Wordsworth's familiar subjects of nature and memory. The memory of these daffodils pleases and comforts the speaker when he is lonely, bored, or restless. It is very musical in its form in the way that it's read. Hopefully I did that well. Wordsworth uses reverse personification in the early stanzas, referring to the speaker as a cloud, which implies an inherent unity between man and nature. Natural supernaturalism is a term often used to describe romantic poems such as Wordsworth. He viewed the natural world as a spiritual realm, and that heaven comes down to earth and is part of the world, nature. This poem illustrates the principle of natural supernaturalism. Another example is the way Wordsworth describes these flowers as almost angelic. The speaker feels like a cloud, distant and separated from the world, but in this instance he feels a part of something awe-inspiring and bigger than himself. He is a lonely poet who has learned how to keep himself company by viewing nature as peopled by things. Wordsworth was a pioneer in the development of the Romantic movement, a movement that valued imagination and emotions as more powerful and important than reason and systematic thinking. Popular themes in this poem are: 1. Nature's beauty uplifts the human spirit, which can specifically be referred to in lines 15, 23, and 24. And number 2, people sometimes fail to appreciate nature's wonders as they go about their daily routines, which can be seen in lines 17 and 18. And lastly, nature thrives unattended. Nature has no need for human attention, such as the daffodils who would be dancing whether he was there or not. I chose this poem because I have always been a very big fan of nature, and whenever I'm feeling down, nothing is more uplifting than going for a walk, sitting by the bay, just things of that nature. Well, I hope you all enjoyed.